Now there is an armor shop in town. Now that things are back to normal, maybe they'll actually sell us some good stuff. If I can find where it is. There we go. What'll it be? Indeed, we have some new armor here. Let's see. Okay, everyone can use the Cobra bracelet, so let's buy 3 of those. Kung Fu dress, spiky suit, headgear. That's a repeat thing, so the only new thing was the Cobra bracelets. So let's go ahead and equip those on everyone. There we go. Get on a different menu, it helps. Even if only a little. Okay, there. Now everyone has those set, so we can sell off the power wrists. $100 per, not bad. Also, we can go check in with the king now. You ought to at least be happy that the town's back to normal. He's still gone. You did it, Valor. Brightness is returning to normal everywhere. What Jaima said about the Mana Sword and you was true. We must now part with our treasure. We've guarded these for centuries for you, wielder of the Mana Sword. So thus we can finally get down to the treasure room. And my goodness, but it's packed. We get 50 gold. 50 gold. So we're up to 100. A spear orb. $150 gold. A sword orb. So a total of 200 gold and 2 weapon orbs. Lovely. That certainly will help a good bit. With that, though, I think we ought to go rest up. Or, you know, at the very least, save the game. Oh, there's the inn down there. We were just recharged after defeating Wallface, so we don't need to stay at the inn. But saving the game sounds like a good plan right about now. And with that, time for a refreshing pause. So as it turned out, I kinda did need to stay overnight at the inn there. Apparently, when you're restored after defeating a boss, it does recharge your health, but not your magic. So if you want your MP back, and let's face it, who wouldn't, you actually do kinda need to stay at an inn or something like that. So for now, our next destination is going back to the Water Palace, because, well, Jaima demanded it. And I don't know about you, but I'm not gonna mess with the guy. Technically from here we could use cannon travel to get there, but it's really not worth it. I mean, it's not that far of a walk. We're not that lazy, are we? And every little bit of experience certainly helps. I mean, hey, we're already here. Hey Luca, we're home! So, yeah, I've always loved the nice peaceful sound of this music. Very nice and relaxing. The mana seed of water was stolen, and I couldn't do anything about it. They must have done it when Undyne was in danger and out of power. The water tells me they took it to Gaia's navel, or deeper. I don't think they're from the Empire. Please, hurry and bring it back. So, apparently Luca can't even save our game anymore or recharge us. And thus the true power of the mana seeds is revealed. So it's back to Gaia's navel once again. And I think that is a worthy use of canon travel. That's a bit of a trip. But we can take out what few monsters there are on the way for a little more weapon experience. I mean, why not? Okay, Cannon Men, let's do this. To Gaia's navel. Now here's what I need you to do. Aim for the bee. You know you want to. Come on, come on. You know you want to. I know I want you to. And... bullseye! I just love that. That's just such an amusing touch that they actually went to the detail so that if you land from cannon travel on an enemy, it'll actually take damage. Just the fact that they actually paid attention to that detail. I love that. Okay, time to reforge some weapons. The broadsword becomes the herald sword. The heavy spear becomes the sprite spear. And Chubbin's bow becomes the short bow. So now that we have more weapons to play with, I'll switch back to Valor and go back to using the sword. So let's see just what we have going on here. Wow, what did that? What could make a hole this big? Well, that's what I was just asking. The thieves are below. Next they'll hit the underground palace. I'll handle the palace. You check this out. Keep alert, we don't know what lies below. And what does lie below is one of the funkiest songs in the whole game. I love this music. Definitely one of my favorite tracks from the game. So here we are on this strange little vehicle of sorts, but what does it all mean? What's it doing here? All we can really do is go downstairs. And we find some treasure. A free whip orb? Certainly not going to complain about that. Aha! The water seed! How'd you get in here? You realize we can't let you leave. Welcome. We, the Scorpion Army, will rule the world. You can just tell from the music that this is our Team Rocket comic relief villain team, the Scorpion Army, the boss and her boys. Check it out. Shut up. We took the water seed. To complete our super deluxe robot, we call it Kilroy. Hubba hubba. Do it! Aye aye, sir. I love the Scorpion Army. So with that, we can move on. Go get 'em now. See ya. Farewell. Goodbye, children. But there's a problem. There's too much energy. It's out of control. Remove the seed. Use the auxiliary power. So, this is Kilroy. As so wonderfully demonstrated there, if you get too close to him, he can hammer you. And the hammers, they give the Moogle effect, so that can be a bit of a pain. Best to keep your distance as much as possible. And of course, layering magic, that's always an option. And at the moment it seems like a pretty good one. So let's drop some rocks on him. That's all we have for now. Once Kilroy has taken enough damage, he sheds his legs in favor of a wheel. This gives him more mobility. It makes him faster, lets him move more precisely, and that can be a problem. Want to get out of his range there, Elise? You know, just a suggestion. These wild attacks of his, they can be a bit of a bother. Fortunately, he doesn't really have anything long range. And I do believe it is time for some cure water. Yeah, Kilroy can do a lot of damage if you're not careful. Especially once he gets that lunar boost going. And he's very happy to spam it right now. Overall, Kilroy really isn't too bad if you're just careful. That was a decent hit. Now that is one thing about this game that can sometimes be troublesome, is hit detection can be a little wonky sometimes. But then, it does seem to cause problems for the enemies at times too. Moogles everywhere. And there we go. So that wasn't too terribly bad. And for our efforts we get a javelin orb. Nuts. Oh well, see ya, bye. We've recovered the mana seed. Let's bring it back to the Water Palace. You're safe. Somehow you seem older. Jaina took off with some Pandoran soldiers. So with that, let's go ahead and reforge some weapons. The pole dart becomes the javelin, and the whip becomes the black whip. So we've got all sorts of new weapons to play with. But after that, I think it's time for a pause. And also restoring MP now that we know we need to do this. Yeah, a bit of a practice run against Kilroy, and I suddenly realized when I got down there, hey, where'd the sprite's magic go? So with that, time for a refreshing pause.